Smack 'em a gob, everybody. Hey, King Dinosaur, man. He's always asking me to do these track-by-tracks from albums I love. Like these two albums. I love The Elder. And I love Flick of the Switch. I listened to The Elder. Yeah, here's a funny thing. I listened to The Elder the other day for the first time in like 30 years. The original version, the one that starts with the oath. I haven't listened to that version forever. And listening to it, I was like, damn. I missed the newer, the original version that came out in 96, 97. That version's way better. And that's the version there. I have the original on vinyl that Paul Stanley of Kiss and Gene Simmons signed. Yep, it's in my collection. But I love it. I love Flick of the Switch too, man. That was the best time I ever saw AC/DC with Brian. I know it's not popular to say this, but the best time I ever saw AC/DC was with Axl. But every time I saw AC/DC with Brian, it was always awesome. Never a bad show. Flick of the Switch, I think, was the peak. The first one I saw was For Those About to Rock. I wish I could have seen Back in Black. For Those About to Rock on. But anyway, love them both. If I had to pick which one I like more, I'll have to go with The Elder. Seriously. All right, here we go. And King Dinosaur asked me to take out Fanfare and Finale, which Finale isn't on that version, I don't think. It's on the original version. It's there, but it's not labeled on the album. All right, we start with Just a Boy versus Rise in Power. Nothing against Just a Boy. I actually like the song. I don't like the falsetto part, but the rest I like. But Rise in Power. Even though I don't think Rise in Power is a good opener for the album. I don't think so. I think Guns for Hire would have been way better to open the album. But it's a great song. Nonetheless, it wins. All right, next. Odyssey versus This House is on Fire. This House is on Fire. Odyssey's the worst song on this album, I think. I really dislike that song a lot. It never grew on me. All these years of constantly playing The Elder and leaving it on for Odyssey, hoping it would finally trigger something so I can say, it's all killer, no filler, but I can't. I just can't. Well, there's another song that's kind of, but I'll talk about that when we get to it. A lot of people love that song. I love something about it. I'll talk about it when we get to it. All right, so yeah, House on Fire wins. Next. Only You versus Flick of the Switch. She'll blow your sky high. None against Only You. I dig that song, but no, not even close. Down, 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 down. Pure AC/DC rawness wins. All right. Under the Rose versus Nervous Jake, Nervous Breakdown. Man, that song is so catchy and killer, but I gotta go with Under the Rose because it's just beyond epic. My favorite song off The Elder, and that one wins. So it's time to pick a random album. Right over here. Right here. This episode is being brought to you by Joseph Manella and, my favorite Blue Oyster Cult album, Cultosaurus Erectus, Black Blade, my favorite Blue Oyster Cult song. Monsters, man, Unknown Tongue, my second favorite off this album. What a song. This whole album's great. Love it. Except for Hungry Boys. You know, Marshall Plan is all right. Hungry Boys is terrible. But the rest is awesome. I love it. All right. That was an awesome pick, I gotta say, man. Let's go. But, you know, chances are, man, 90% of the time it's going to be awesome pick. I do have some suck in my collection, but it's like, you know, less than 5%. The other stuff I may pull out and you may think it sucks, but I love it. But yeah, it was like 5% I don't love. And there's some that I don't really love the album, but it's got a couple good songs. You know, shit like that. But anyway, alright, so side 2 starts with Dark Light versus Landslide. Alright, this is the thing about Dark Light. I don't really think it's that great of a song, except when it goes to the solo and the bongos or whatever the hell's going on. That section in Dark Light is probably the greatest moment on the album, really. I'd put it above the song Under the Rose, that little section. But, you know, that's the meat inside the sandwich. And I think the two breads that are holding that strong piece of meat are stale and green. That's how I feel. Oh man, and Landslide. My favorite song off the album. Man, it's up there, man. And you talk about an underrated Brian Johnson song. Brian Johnson and AC/DC has some really good underrated songs. Like This Is War from Blow Up Your Video. That's a great tune. Playing with Girls, I'll Fly on the Wall. Great songs, man. But, what can you do? All I can do is give it to Landslide. Easily. Alright, next. Because Landslide is just killer piece of meat with two brand new pieces of bread. All white, no green. World Without Heroes versus Guns for Hire. This one was a little tricky, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, I love them both, but man, like I said, the first time I saw AC/DC, they opened with, well actually it was the first show I ever went to that the show opened with a guitar solo. That's how the show opened. Angus is doing a guitar solo for a while. And then he goes, Garnet. And then when the band kicks in, he jumps off these high speakers and ripped. I love World Without Heroes. I think Paul Stanley's solo is so tasteful and beautiful. One of the greatest solos ever. But I'm giving that to AC/DC. Guns for Hire. All right, next. The Oath versus Deep In the Hole. Probably the dark horse track on this album. That song rules. But I gotta say, The Oath rules a wee bit harder. I'm giving it to Kiss. Alright. Mr. Blackwell versus Bedlam in Belgium. Both good songs. But I'm going with Mr. Blackwell. I love that song. It's so kick-ass. Alright, next. Escape from the Island versus Badlands. Definitely Escape from the Island. My second favorite song off the album after Under the Rose. Escape from the Island. Badass instrumental. Rules. And I dig Badlands. Alright, then we end it with I versus Brain Shake. Definitely Brain Shake. I is kind of like, if it went for Odyssey, it'd be my least favorite. But it's not bad. But I like Brain Shake more. That's how I feel. Anyway, King Dinosaur, this is the final score. And there you go. Very, very close one, huh? So close it's tied. Anyway, thank you, King Dinosaur. You rule, and everybody out there, y'all rule for watching. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring the little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. So stay frosty. Listen to The Elder. And then listen to AC/DC. And then listen to The Elder again. And then listen to AC/DC again. Just do it till it's time for bed, okay? And schmack 'em a gob.